Hi.
How satisfying was this win today? We spoke about your team playing well ever since you took over, but not every game resulted in a good result. If I could take you back to those two games you played against Tottenham, you got nothing and you played well. Today, you played well and you won a fantastic game.
I think the important thing about today was the pressure was on us. You know, we've been playing quite well lately, but as you rightly say, we needed to make certain that was transformed into a result which gave points, because we actually played well against Tottenham and against Liverpool and Man United and lost on each occasion, you know, very, very late on in the game. But today we made certain that the quality of the performance led to goals, and then we defended our lead well. So that was very, very satisfying, and I think it's a great tribute to the players, to their mental character and mental strength, because I think many a team, given the type of situation we're talking about there, where we've not had an awful lot of luck in the last minutes of games, and more importantly, given the enormous amount of injuries we suffered. You know, today, a player like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's been absolutely outstanding today, alongside one or two other players, you know, we've missed him for well over 4 months of the season, which is a long time. In a sort of, we've only been playing for about 7 months, and he's not played for 4 of them. We've had Benteke out for 2 long periods. We've had Wilf Zaha out for 2 long periods. So, you know, for the players to not use that as an excuse, to not get into that way of thinking that odds are stacked against us and, you know, fate is not on our side. I think that's the thing probably which gives me the most satisfaction, and to go out there today and give that sort of performance in a game which was really one of the must-win games. We knew we had to win one of the last 3 to give ourselves a good chance, and of course we all thought it would be nice if we could win the first one and then give ourselves some margin with the next 2.
Christian Benteke scored at the end, the 5th goal. Whose decision was it for him to take the penalty? Was it the captain's Luca, or how did that work
A
out?
combination. I mean, to be fair, we the coaching staff put the idea out there that it might be a good idea, but Luca was the one finally who took the decision, because had he said no, you know, I don't want to do that, I want the ball, you're not having it, then I'm sure he would have taken the penalty. But the idea, I suppose, or the proposal came from us on the bench, but Luca was the one who made the decision.
Tom?
I was just going to ask you if there's a slap-up celebratory meal plan tonight. I presume you feel that that's enough now to survive.
Well, it's dangerous, I suppose, to some extent, because, you know, miracles do happen. You know, we're probably on the cusp of one ourselves, and, you know, I've been on the receiving end of one in the past. So I suppose it's a bit dangerous to start thinking we can be relaxed now and complacent. But on the other hand, it irritates me sometimes to hear managers constantly harping on about mathematical possibilities, because, to be honest, it would take so many things to happen. It's not just a question of whether Southampton can get the points they need from the 3 games. It's whether or not some of the other teams below us can get the points they need from the games. And don't forget that Stoke plays Southampton and Swansea plays Southampton. So, you know, these are... I'm sorry, Stoke play Swansea, I think it is. And certainly Southampton play Swansea. So, I mean, they can't all win, and they're all below us at the moment. So, you know, you'd need to be Billy Bean, really, to work out all the integrals and the mathematical possibilities. I honestly always thought that if we got even to 36 points with a good goal difference, we'd have a good chance of staying up. So 38 with a good goal difference should be okay. And the goal difference is something which really gives me enormous satisfaction, because I think now we're minus 13, is that right?
Yeah.
And we were minus 17 after 7 games. So really, of the teams in the bottom half, we have a plus goal difference over the last 29 games, whatever it is.
Okay.
One of the most pleasing aspects, I'm sure from your point of view, everybody could see it today, how hard all the players worked, especially your star players,
Yeah.
when you didn't have the ball. Where does that spirit come from, and what do you put it down to?
It comes from the training ground, and it comes from the characters of the players concerned to take on board, if you like, the messages that we're trying to put out on the training ground. But right from the very offset, Our philosophy, our principles, our ideas about how we wanted the game to be played haven't varied, even during the first 3 matches, which led to 7 defeats rather than the 4 when I came. Even during those periods where we've suffered setbacks, our principles have remained the same. Our principles of play and our principles of leadership. And I'm very happy that the players have, A, bought into that, and B, and I admire your observation, because it's an observation that I certainly made during the course of the game, that today not one player wanted to show off his skills, not one player was not prepared to run back. I mean, there was a few occasions in the second half on a counter-attack from one of the many corners or wide free kicks that we'd won in the Leicester half, where it was Townsend and Zaha who were actually running back and retrieving the ball for us way beyond everybody else. And if, as I believe we will, that we stay up in this league, we will owe a big debt to the mentality and the character of the players, which of course, fortunately for me, has been allied to the fact that there's some good footballers out there as well. So, you know, if you get both of those things right, you've got a chance, as we see every week with Manchester City, because they're another team I admire, not just by the quality of their football, but for the fact that their players work very hard off the ball and don't show any diva tendencies.
Yeah, just one follow-up
Sure.
on that. I mean, you've obviously been a long time in the game. If Palace do stay up, where would you rate that in terms of your personal satisfaction from the game?
I'd probably have to leave Palace and reflect on it for a period of time. You know, I think it's very, very dangerous to start ranking achievements, and you know, there is no doubt the adage which I picked up once from Joe Mercer about distance lending enchantment is no doubt true. You know, distance does lend enchantment. The magical years are the ones that are distant. These ones are the pragmatic years, the years you live through. And you know, I still think it would take a lot for my memory of 1976 taking over that team which had survived in the Swedish First Division on goal difference and winning the league by 7 points. I still think that will take a lot of beating in my romantic memory. But I am very proud of the work that's been done at this club since September when I came, and you know, I really want to share, if you like, that pride and any accolades that might be going, particularly with the players, but also with my coaching staff. Because Lewington, Stephen Reid and Dean Kiley, since he's come in, and before him, Martin Margison, they've all done a fantastic job. We've been very solid as a team behind the team. There's been no divisions, no questions, no suggestions that the principles are not the right principles. And that's good, because the players, as a result, they can't find a way through there. You know, when things aren't going their way, they come up against a solid block of people who say, this is it, this is how it's got to be done, this is how it is going to be done. And I think that's an important factor as well. So I've had an awful lot of help along the way.
Okay. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.